Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Outside. 54, right there. 54, Mike. Watch the run. Shift. Yo, lady.
They'll run here with a former Steeler. This is Le'Veon Bell. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's 2nd down.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Stop your whining. Hatchet.
This is Bell. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
I'm going to come back to you. Hey, lady. Back to you.
From the gun on 3rd down, here's Darnold. He finds his target. It's Crowder. And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling. Darnold off the play fake to Bell. Airing one out for Crowder. And this is going to be intercepted. It's the Pro Bowler Byron Jones. And some space here. And he will score. Touchdown, Cowboys.
Did I just see what I thought I saw? Did I just see what I thought? That had to be. Come on, say it for me. Say it for me. Who picked up that pass?
It's a free safety.
Oh, you got to have those great skills back there. Eyes, anticipation, great hands. And, of course, how about the fluid moves afterwards to take it all the way to the house?
Sounds like you're watching your old game film up here in your head.
Yeah, that's the dream I had of being that player. I just never was.
Let's go.
The Jets take over 1st and 10.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession.
In your face.
They'll start out on the ground with Bell. And he's going to be stopped here on this first play as he gets it to the line of scrimmage and no more. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
At the 28-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. A shotgun snap for Darnold. Throw complete to Herndon. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. The last completion actually lost a yard, so now they'll need to convert on 3rd down.
I got you.
Hey, Team 6. You must be dreaming.
Mike's 54 times.
Darnold from the gun. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. Make it back-to-back weeks now with a pick 6 for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick 6 in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. Tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. Here's Bell. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Darnold on 3rd down. And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. Xavier Woods with a pick, and they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. They'll roll him out right. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off here, the 32. They've got a pretty comfortable lead right now, but maybe a little too careless with the football that time for the rookie.
I think the key word there is comfortable. And there's 2 schools of thought on it. With that type of a lead, maybe you can take a few more chances because you have a cushion. Others will tell you, don't eat up the cushion with careless play. He'll learn to ride that line as he moves on in his career. They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. Faking the give, Darnold. Caught here by Bell. And he's got the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. At 5 yards on the play there, as the drive will continue. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
They'll run it with Bell, and he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
5-yard gain on the play. And the Jets, first down. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
14.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Bell. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. Jalen Smith, who took a huge step forward last year, in on the tackle for Dallas. On 2nd down now, it's Bell. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Bell, of course, 3-time 1,000-yard rusher. Sat out 2018, but you look back to 2017, a tick under 1,300 yards and almost 700 more receiving. The Jets on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. 8 yards, first down as they're able to convert. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And they'll try the air now with Darnold. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. DeMarcus Lawrence make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Now they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Now Darnold. That's complete. It's Bell. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
They're 2 for 2 on third down conversions on this drive. This one tough. They need 9 yards on third down. Here's Darnold. Flush to his right. And this is what here? Incomplete, they say. It looked like it was intercepted, but he apparently did not get the 2 feet down in bounds.
A 37-yard attempt.
Fickens' kick is good. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle. Right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like
Come
that?
on. What does that mean, break out? Just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that, but I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's second down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Check 52. Let's go.
They go play action now. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And he'll bring it back to the 9-yard line. A little careless with the football, and he also had a fumble loss last week, didn't he?
He certainly did, and when I'm watching him play, the one thing that comes to mind is always remember, traffic, turbulence, people around you, 2 hands. Get 2 hands on the ball. Grip it tight. I know it looks cool to have it in one hand, but put it away, tuck it away, because you've got to take care of the ball.
They'll try again with Bell, and he is in. Touchdown, New York. Le'Veon Bell. His 6th touchdown of the season as his guys are back within a single score. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes it a 14-10 ball game. Now after the touchdown, it's Lachlan Edwards to kick it away. This is taken at his 4. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line.
The Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
Here we go.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back.
Jackson's pass.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
We get slap happy up here sometimes. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Marcus May with a pick, and they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on, his teammates are going to check on it, because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Back to the ground, this time with Bell. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. I think you mentioned in the opening drive that these guys needed to establish the run, protect the young QB. I actually wrote that down, believe it or not. So how would you assess things so far?
I'm kind of touched that you actually wrote something like that down. I appreciate that, partner. But I do think they've been able to do that. Maybe not as effectively as they wanted to, but I think we'll see more as this game goes along because they want to continue to take care of that young QB.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. On 4th down, here's Lachlan Edwards to punt it. Back deep for the Cowboys, Tavon Austin. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. It's a 49-yard punt, but subtract 9 there for the return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
Now Jackson on 2nd down. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half.
Here we go. Let's bring it. Let's bring it. Switch.
They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. And he'll take it across midfield down into Jet territory. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1.
At the 48-yard line.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Here's Jackson to throw. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 25. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Lewis. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Intercepted by the Cowboys. They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 40.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Well, what do you think? You get the ball off the turnover near the middle of the field. You take a shot here in the first play?
You know I'm big on that. I love when I have great field position. After a turnover, I feel like I might have them a little bit off balance. I prefer to take a shot, but a lot of coaches will tell you, you only do it if you trust the guy who's got the football in his hand.
It's caught inside the 25. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter.
It's a gain of 35. And the Cowboys first down.
So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. It's a 39-yard attempt, right hash. So a late turnover leads to a quick drive, and in turn that quick drive leads to 3 points.
So someone makes a mistake, but how about the other side learning from that mistake, taking care of the ball, and making sure they put some points on the board? Well done.
This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Let's go!
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. On 2nd and 12, Jackson. He's got Smith here. It's a foot race. 20, 10, touchdown, Cowboys. Vincent Smith, 77 yards. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, the second half, no matter what, with those first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever, this was a big score to start the second half.
At their own 27-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
They'll go again with Bell. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. Big yardage that time for the Jets. 41 yards. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well. They'll get a few stops.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Here's Adams. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
54, right there, 54 Mike. Watch the curl, watch the curl, watch the curl.
A first carry for Trenton Cannon. And he's got some space here. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Sets him up nicely. 1st and goal. It was a pickup of 14. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Trenton Cannon, his first touchdown on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. That option pitch we saw, we don't witness a ton of that in the NFL, but it worked there down near the goal line for a score.
And it's actually a great call in goal line situations because as more and more quarterbacks enter the league with that mobility and having run option in college, more pro teams are adding it to their arsenal. And now it's not just does the quarterback run it, does he pitch it? Now they've added that third element. He can rise up and throw the ball as well.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something and then come back with something else to keep the defense off balance.
First down, and it's Pollard again. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. It's a gain of 16 and a Dallas first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead, give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Let's go one more. He's coming.
Play action. Now Jackson sliding out of the pocket. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The sack by Jordan Willis.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. The intended target, the tight end, Austin Seferian-Jenkins. And it'll bring up third down.
Let's go. Let's get some
From the gun, it's Jackson. He's going to look deep down the field. And that is incomplete.
Partner, the way this offense has marched up and down the field during this game, it's almost a surprise to see an incomplete pass on third down, isn't it?
Yeah, they have had their foot on the gas all game long, but here finally stalling out. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn into a play action, and throw one deep.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
65.
A play fake, and it's Darnold. He's got Herndon, his tight end. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 15. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be third down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. A screen to Bell. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
And that last penalty makes his third down play a little more interesting. 3rd and 5.
Hey, Delta. Check. Watch 54.
Here's Darnold. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to get him. And on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
Here's Austin. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Ready. Mike 57. We own it. Let's go. Grab on. Check the back. Slam, slam, slam.
On second down, it's Pollard. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
To throw is Jackson. And to the tight end here, Safarian Jenkins. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Touchdown, Cowboys! Tony Pollard with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Cowboys capitalize on the fumble and turn it into 6. Forbath able to convert the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
The Jets take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The sack by Robert Quinn.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20.
Get off the field, defense. Out, 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 out. Hey, Sam off.
Now it's Osweiler. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. DeMarcus Lawrence has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Now it's Darnold. Airing one out for Crowder. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he takes this down deep on the Cowboys side of the field. Big yardage that time for the Jets. 81 yards. So a slight improvement in field position, you might say, from inside their own 10 to this as they come up on first down. They'll run on first down with Cannon. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. 2 yards that time. A stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play. They go again with Cannon. And a nice pickup there. He gets about 5 down to the 4-yard line.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
The Jets on 3rd down. Not quite 50%. 4 for 9. This is 3rd and 4.
Slam, slam.
They'll try the right side with Bell. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a 4th down. Well, look at the clock. You're down 2 scores. Have to go for this, don't you?
And they thought that as soon as they took over possession. It didn't matter where they were on the field. They were always going to be in 4-down territory. Backed up, in good situation, it didn't matter. So they've been preparing for that on their play sheet the entire time.
Bravo!
Watch the run, watch the run. Mike's 54. Mike's 54. There's a corner now. Ready?
On 4th down, Darnold. Escaping the press. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 15. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. Going to run again here with Pollard. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. And he'll be out right at the 35. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
This is one of those plays that has an equal chance of either being a big gain or a big loss, but with the college influence, we're seeing more of these plays come into the NFL.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now this is Callaway on the receiving end. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first. This quarterback now 9 of 15 throwing the ball, 60%, and it's 1st and 10. Now Pollard. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Here's Pollard. 13 yards and a 1st down, Cowboys.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Whip. Watch the whip. Big air.
On 1st down, Pollard. And he's taken down inside the 30. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys. And you've got to say, CD, it was the defense who had a big part in the W.
No, without question. When you force 4 turnovers, you get to enjoy the spoils of victory, don't you? It's rare that you force 4 turnovers and lose a ball game. That's almost